Going in to actually starting your assignment with your document already set up, I am going to start with my back wheels. I'm going to start building my back wheels first. So I have all other layers locked except for that back wheels layer. Now, before you get started, what you need to understand about building a vector, building an object, is you're working back to front and you are literally building shapes. You're building objects, not paths. You're building objects and layering those objects one on top of the other to create a built vector. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on my back wheels here. Now I'm not looking for anything super detailed, just a basic outline or artwork of this roller skate. So when I'm building my object, I have to think back to front. This is the wheel. The right wheel here is in front of this wheel back here. So I'm actually going to start with the back wheel. I'm building back to front. So with my pen tool on a stroke of black and a fill of none, I'm going to go ahead and build this shape. Now, it does not matter. This is going to be behind this front shape here. So notice how I didn't really care so much about the accuracy of these lines here because this shape is going to layer behind the shape. So when I fill this with a color, so let's go ahead and fill this with, let's go with a pinkish like the actual color of the lace. I'm going to take the stroke off to make it more realistic. Once I actually fill this with a color, it's going to be behind this object. Now, when I start the next shape, I can't see, this shape is blocking my view. I want to be able to see this. So you're going to go into an outline mode. To do that, you're going to go to view at the top and outline. And notice that it takes all the color away from all of your work. So I'm outlining it. So view, preview, view, outline. I'm going to stay in this outline mode. So now I can just go ahead and make the next shape forward. So the next shape forward looks like it's this overall big black shape. These silver rings here, the metal, those are on top of that black shape. Remember, you're building back to front. So I'm going to do my best to trace this black shape here. And again, I'm not looking for anything very detailed, just kind of an overall shape. So this is a path. I need to close that path, make it an object, and there we go. Now if I go back to outline mode, or go back to preview mode, view, preview, I can change this color to black now. And it's slowly building up. You can't really see it yet, but it's slowly building. So I'm going to go back into my outline mode. I just press Control Y, that's the keyboard command. And now I'm going to make the next shapes forward. I'm actually going to do all three of these metal shapes for now. So I'm just doing all three of these bottom metal shapes. This one I'm being a little bit more accurate with just because I know it's on top of the other ones. So I'm going to go back to outline mode or preview mode, Control Y to go back. Select those three shapes I just made. I'm going to make them a silvery color. So I'm slowly building those. I noticed I made a mistake here, so I'm going to go in and fix that with my direct select. Same thing here. Now moving forward, there is this wheel here. There's also these back shapes here that are actually behind these shapes. So I did this on purpose because I want you to see. If I pull down my layers, here's this path. Notice it selects. Next layer up. This path. Next layer up. this ring, layer from that, this ring, and then this bolt. I want to create these shapes in the back here. So they're kind of, I'm just going to go in and create those really fast. Go to outline mode. So this is going to be, let's see, a darker color than that. Notice how right now it's on the top. Well, I want it behind this shape, so I'm going to click it and just drag it down. So if you make a mistake and accidentally do something different before you do that front shape, you can go ahead and fix your layers with this little arrow drop down over here. So next shape up. So here, this wheel has multiple shapes. I'm going to start with an overall shape of this wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and make this overall shape. I'm going to go into outline mode. Nice, made that overall shape of that wheel. So I'm going to make it a pink color. Maybe this similar color of that back wheel there. So now there's the overall shape of that front wheel. Go back to outline mode. Next shape I want to make is this shape here. Now, this shape looks pretty close to an ellipse. So instead of going in with the pen tool, why don't I make it easier on myself and make an actual ellipse? Utilize those tools that you've been given. So there's my ellipse. Command Y, I'm going to make it a little bit lighter just so you can see the difference. So now it's slowly but surely building up. Command Y again, now I have this shape here. Let's see, I'm just going to copy and paste this oval here. Command C, Command V, and shrink it down. Pretty close. Same thing here. Another oval, I'm just going to copy and paste this one. Again, pretty close to the size that I originally wanted. Okay. Back to preview mode. I have this shape here I'm going to make a little darker. And I have this shape here that's going to be like a metalish color. So now look at this, how these are overlapped here. I want this shape to look like it's inside of this, so I'm going to select both of them and use my pathfinders. I want to get rid of this shape, so I'm going to go ahead and divide that up. Remember that divide will cut wherever the paths overlap, and now I can just go in and delete that. So now that shape looks like it's within it. So back to outline mode. I have this shape here. I'm just going to copy and paste this big ellipse. Again, if you find a way to make this easier, utilize it. I'm going to copy and paste this one too. So this is going to be a metal color. I'm going to eyedrop my back gray, make it a little bit brighter. Same thing with this. I'm going to use my eyedropper to get that gray color, make it a little bit brighter. So I'm zooming out. If I hide my template layer for a moment, I can see that my skate is already starting to take form. So again, most important thing in object building, work back to front. Every shape needs to be a shape. It needs to be an object. Leave no open paths. And move on to your next layer. Go from front wheels to skate to laces. Good luck.